kinds of people we're looking at here. Two different situations. If we both walked onto a plane, I would be the pilot, you would be a passenger. I am an innovator. You are an imitator. I'm a leader. You are a follower. I am a winner, and all of you are losers.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Exit stage left, exit stage right. There is no place to run. All the fuses in the exit sign have been burned out. Now I'm the one doing the challenging.
And starting this moment from now, from this moment on, this will be the moment, starting now, of the genesis of
the Professors of Wrestling. There's a learning curve with all this stuff that, like, we didn't know.
Like, people just think, yeah, they're professionals and know everything about wrestling.
No, and we say, hey, we're going to save this stuff, and then we never do.
But we're here, and we're back at it.
Back at it. I am back from Ireland, and you're back from the ATL.
Yeah, it was a rainy trip some days, but we made it back.
It only rained a little bit. Weird.
In, wow.
Ireland, it was pretty sunny, and the day we left was like the crappiest weather.
Glad you're back.
I'm glad to be back. And we have a lot to cover.
As, what is it? This is June. June is a heavy week and heavy month in wrestling.
I think we're going to see. I think there's going to be enough for us to cover.
For sure. We had a couple of botched takes.
Yes.
On episode 6. As the Mayor Wrestle was all I could do on, Facebook. The name is The Mayor of Wrestling. So,
right.
So I think we put Mayor, we say Mayor Wrestle?
Probably.
But it's The Mayor
That was
of
like,
Wrestling.
3 weeks ago? No, wait, that's been more than 3 weeks.
We've been gone a long time.
Yeah.
But just so you all know, it's The Mayor of Wrestling.
Okay.
We mentioned something about Rocky. The movie that we were talking about was Rocky 4.
Ivan Drago, we had that correct.
Okay, cool.
But I think we were mixing up, I don't know if we said 3 or 4.
I didn't even know that. It went to 4.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. What is it? Dandy Jack does not manage the Renegades, but he has paid for their services.
So he's like a man of leisure.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what he pays them in.
I don't know.
Biscuits and hair gel?
Yes. I think we need to talk about the biscuit conspiracy, though.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be in the something to chew on section. The town Silvestri is pronounced like the character Sylvester. See, I did it right there. Of Tweety Bird of the cartoon thing. So, weird thing. While I'm doing this, we are Dungarvan or somewhere in Ireland. Walking around, this lady comes up, and we're doing a tour of the site, and this guy's giving us this history. Oh, and we're talking about the language and walking around. And all of a sudden, this lady grabs my arm and she's like, "Where are y'all from?" And I'm like, we're from VSU or Valdosta State. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm from Sylvester, Georgia." And I just want to say, oh my God, in my head I had to edit myself to go, I went and watched wrestling there one time.
That's pretty awesome all the way out there.
Yeah, it's that weird small world. That shit seems to happen all the time with me for some reason.
Wow.
Yeah.
Street Bandit was a mainstay at Pavo the first 2.5 years. That's pretty wild.
I just want to say I enjoyed the Street Bandit. Was fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's back.
You got the Barefoot Bandit, and now you got the Street Bandit.
The Street Bandit was great.
Yeah. That's weird. Huh. We have no news, nothing to report on?
Nothing. There's no... I mean, I guess this is all news, but like last time we were reporting on people who were maybe moving up the food chain.
Oh, well, yeah. So nothing too big, nothing's come across.
No, I have note and nothing of news and noteworthy.
We'll get through on the show.
We do need a shout out to Order 66 and those folk.
That's what's up. They're always good people.
Duke has been like killing it and getting requests. I guess he was up in someplace up northern Georgia.
Wow.
Doing a Mike Payne match.
Was it the cage match against Preston Paradise?
No.
Oh.
That looked like some other cat that I'm totally drawing a blank on right now. But I don't think he's not part of Order 66.
Okay. Good deal. Rookie Royale. Here's my thing that I've been wondering for the longest.
Okay.
Will Hold My Beer Hansen issue a challenge if she retains the belt?
He's kind of like beer swilling gentleman. So that's a good question.
Maybe they'll have who can chug the most beers, and whoever wins keeps the title.
That would be an excellent. Yeah.
I'd watch it.
Is that like one of those like side bet type things?
Nah, what is it? JBL and I think Rey Mysterio did it one time.
Oh yeah.
Like they just chug beers.
So that is a question we have for Hold My Beer and the peoples at Spinebusters is what's going to happen because we're going to get into that later on. She is doing a wrestling belt match. The belt is up for, man, it's been a while since we've done this.
The title defense?
Title defense, yes. The belt title defense. This is going to be happening on, the 19th?
The 19th. June. 19th of June.
19th of June, which we will get into later on in this episode. Which brings us to I think this is one of the coolest parts, is I get to see what people think or what they like to talk. And when I put this out last week, and I saw one of the people pop up there, I was not surprised what Beatrice wanted to talk about.
How the scoundrel got cheated.
And that it was at the last Pavo match there when it was like the master content. What was that called again?
Elimination?
Yeah, the elimination thing with the scoundrel.
Scoundrel, the Storm, Spider, Waylon Barley, Ox, the Alchemist, and the new champion.
Yes. Which I'm looking at here.
James Morrison?
Yeah, James Morrison of the Punk. I was going to say Punkadelics. How that? That was a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, you got to see Kyle come back.
Yeah.
He wasn't, no ill will, which was a surprise to me.
But we saw Kyle, was it at Spinebusters or was it someplace else?
We see Kyle.
We saw him at...
Sylvester, maybe?
No, or I think maybe he was at a Pavo. I don't know, but we saw him, and I saw him refereeing at the DCCW.
So that's probably where.
Okay.
Yeah. But in this match, I think it was a surprise, because from my angle, I couldn't see the scoundrel's hand on the Storm.
Right.
So I didn't see the double count out there. So I don't think it was a cheat, but...
Okay, we have to say this. Beatrice is a Rod Grimes super fan.
For sure.
She's a little biased.
Makes some pretty dope shirts.
She does. She comes out there and shows her thing. Did you get cheated? Huh, that's a good question. I don't know if he got cheated. Maybe did the Storm get cheated as well?
I'd say no. I think it was a... Surprisingly, Kyle called this match as fair as it could be called. I thought he'd come back with a kind of a vengeance, trying to revenge.
But I guess the bottom line with all this, we're going to see what happens on was it the 12th? 15th of June.
Vindicated.
And we're going to see kind of like the bottom line of what's going to happen with this. And Rod Grimes is going to play a part in this.
For sure.
As one of the top heels of that whole promotion. And people in Pavo love to hate that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
They wake up on that Saturday.
And they're like, it's time. Let me go get my Rod Grimes. I hate you.
Yes. And so the next one here is by Ken's Woodart. And I thought this was one of the conversation we have on the automobile.
Right.
We're coming back from it. So like tag team roles and responsibilities. And I saw that. I'm like, well, what exactly was he looking for? Because that could be interpreted in a lot of ways. So I kind of messaged back to him and was like, hey, so what specifically, so we could be as direct as possible and give our 2 cents on this one. And he responded back, as in, what should a tag team bring to the table to make a cohesive unit, offsetting each other's weaknesses? Does one do the walking? Does the other do the talking? one speed, one be, speed be a strength? Is it mostly chemistry? As a tag team specialist for the last 15 years, if there's no chemistry, there's no team. And lastly, try to make each other look as good, just not yourself. If you only worry about yourself, then you're not part of a team, just two singles competitors in a tag team match. That's my opinion.
God, wow. That's an interesting question.
So what you want me to go at this first? I think I'm going to pick the Renegades here. Just looking at them and have seen them a few times here. I think their weakness and strength. So you have the bigger the biscuit.
Gotcha.
Dax, the biscuit of the group, works well as kind of like the beef and the muscle.
And then you have Maverick, who's that. I mean, he took a step.
He does more of the flippity do. He's a little bit more high flying. He can do more of the quicker, the speed. Though I have to say, Dax is a fast one. So I think each other offsets where Maverick is not as big and maybe size wise, his speed offsets Dax's thing, and they work well. I think like when you look at two small people, then you look at like Task Force or Nightmare Syndicate. Work really well together as two smaller size, medium size, and even Nightmare Syndicate smaller than the Task Force.
And they blend well. I mean, you can already see that they've been together for a long period of time, and who takes that lead. We look at another one, Southern Strong Style.
Yeah.
With Proc Croc and J2 Strong.
Yeah.
We see that just almost like the Renegades, you have that one person who can do the high-flying moves.
Right.
You have the other person who's more strength, more grappling, more fighting-based. I think it also goes down to there's always going to be that one person in the group who talks the most.
Right.
And then there's that one who's more reserved and lets their actions do it for them. I think in the idea is to know your role.
I'm sorry.
Because if you don't know your role in the tag team, you may step over boundaries. So
I think you need to do, if you're going to get a tag team, if you want to form a tag team, what do you want the tag team to be?
Right.
And you got to have communication between it. So obviously, if you go way back like the Freebirds, or you're talking about a million years ago, one of them was a better talker than the other one. Obviously, or you're going to bring in a manager to be your mouth for you. So I mean, I think like looking at the Nightmare Syndicate or Task Force, they go, okay, we're going to be a high flying team. They may not necessarily want to bring somebody in that's much more a grappler, a holds person, or whatever like that. So I guess it's going to depend on what your needs are going to be on that one. And I agree, you don't want somebody to go into business for themselves,
for sure,
because that will overshadow. And I'm interested to see, like, we kind of saw a little, I don't know if we saw a little bit of it with, like, the J2 Strong and Proc the Croc. We saw kind of that synergy was kind of disintegrating.
Yeah,
a little bit for whatever, like, the communication wasn't happening. And that's when tag teams tend to fall apart.
For sure. We look at, I guess a great thing in this is, look at the Renegades now with Mozzie filling in for Dax. While he's on this biscuit retreat.
Yeah.
You think about, he's just a carbon copy of someone who has a lot of strength.
Yeah.
Gives you the boot to the face. And then sits well behind Maverick to give him this chance of seeing what it is like to lead the actual tag team.
But I think between Mozzie, I think there's a better energy between Dax and Maverick than Mozzie.
Oh, for sure.
Within that.
For sure.
We saw Spider with the Soviet Assassin. Obviously,
that one's not one that's going to last.
It's going to stack together. There's a lack of chemistry between the two. Even though I think it would be a great... the possibilities there, just you see these two different ways of going about.
Right. The Soviet Assassin also had the one guy with the red hair. I don't know his name exactly.
Yeah.
But even that one didn't work out too well, so we'll see. Maybe the Soviet Assassin will find his tag team.
Glasnost will happen for that one. Ken's, I would have to agree with everything you said there. You need that chemistry and figure out. But bottom line is, if you're going to be a tag team, what is your role? And you got to find that person that's going to offset your weaknesses.
Which is even great coming into what may be an interesting time for Spinebusters.
Yeah.
And who's going to step up as far as for this tag team belt?
Yeah.
You have BTB for sure.
Yeah.
You have AMH, Hunter Mako, and Preston Paradise.
Yeah.
But outside of
David Ali's part of that too.
right, but for its tag teams, they've already decided they're gonna be the ones that go up for it.
Okay.
But who else outside of that is really gonna, as far as like building a tag team, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that one. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No.
A good question, Cans. Making us think. All right. JP Nasty posted up on, I think this was right before I left and you left for a little vacation, is he would like to know why his client, the scoundrel Rod Grimes, was not featured on the next poster for SWA. He's as the number one contender for the SWA championship. He should be front and centered. He also would like to question James of the Punkadelics, or former Punkadelics, excuse me, the current champion, how he feels about not being placed prominent on the poster. He also, small side image, I'm sure Blaze is responsible for this, and he will accept no accountability for it. So there's this beef between JP Nasty and Blaze that goes back
Way
back before you or I, before we even started doing this podcast, before we even started really getting back as Laps fans into the local wrestling.
We posted the history of that on Facebook.
Yes.
So you should check that out.
I will. But did he do that while he was out?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm still playing catch up. Sleep is a weird thing right now. I feel like I'm always ahead of time for some reason. Anyway, so when you look at that, those are good questions.
For sure. Some of it not so much, because they said shout out to their graphic designer this week.
Yeah.
Drew. And I could understand why James Morrison wasn't placed prominently on the poster.
What is that?
I mean, I don't think he's taken his official photo with the belt.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, I would want my champion to have the belt in the official photo, in the bigger things. You think back to the other, the other posters from when the Storm won, from when Rod Grimes was the champion.
Yeah.
They all had official photos with the SWA belt.
Fair enough.
I think the reason why the scoundrel Rod Grimes is not featured on this advertisement, maybe it's a little bit has to do with he's lost the past 3 times.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a good luck charm for him. Maybe this will show something different. What are your thoughts on it?
I think these are great thoughts, and I need to update myself on that. So we need to note the next episode, talk about this beef between Blaze and JP Nasty. Maybe this is a question we ask.
Who, Drew?
Blaze.
Oh, Blaze.
We asked Blaze when we I think we're going to do a sit down with him to find out kind of what's going on with this.
Oh, for sure. I'm excited to see what he has on his side of the story. I think this has been going on for so long.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what happens next.
And I know they posted some video on the last time we were in Pavo.
Right.
And we had some. So this is a lot deeper.
It goes deep, but I'm pretty... How will it end?
I don't know. JP, what we're saying is we don't have an answer for you.
JP, call in sometime.
Yes.
You have our number.
Yes. You know where to reach us. We will be more than happy to hear your side of everything.
Yeah.
I think that is all we have from audiences, which brings us to some of the promotions. This morning, as I was putting together our notes.
I appreciate these.
No problem. Wait, let me start that over again. DCCW, Destiny Combat Championship Wrestling. DCCW. Did I get it right there?
There you go.
All right.
Pro.
Looking to see when their next show is. I think I enjoyed it. The only thing my comment was they got to turn the blasted lights off while the wrestlers are in the ring. Is August 31st.
Nice.
Looking forward to seeing that.
That'll be good.
Seeing what beef's going on. See if our good friend is going to be there. The hater.
We haven't heard from him in a long time.
No, maybe he was on vacation too.
Everyone's coming back from vacation.
Man, where would he go for vacation?
That's a tough one. He's probably gonna go to somewhere like Hawaii.
You think?
I'd put him in Hawaii.
Really?
El Nino goes to Hawaii.
Really?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Or he would make it look like he's going to Hawaii.
Has a green
and
screen.
went down to like in Hollywood, Florida or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so August 31st, I think I really enjoyed it. I sat and talked to Duke from Order 66. That was his first time down there. I think they did a great job with that. That also created a bit of stink. I'm going to see how they deal storyline with some of what's going on between some of these other factions and wrestlers and whatnot. But also, EPDW, Extreme Pro Wrestling, I believe. Extreme Pro Wrestling. This is what brought me back to local wrestling, or kind of like going to like the local live stuff. Was several years ago, they had one here in Valdosta that was like north of town. And it's like karate dojo that's now like a Mexican grocery or something. It's like on the way if like you're going to Top Corral.
Gotcha.
Unpaid plug, probably the best hamburger in Valdosta. Or I would consider it the best hamburger. Anyway, so it was an EPW event.
Yeah.
And we went and it was just a good time. And apparently they have not been back. I think they did some stuff at Mathis. But I guess Spinebusters has reclaimed the Valdosta territory or whatever is going on there. But they are going to be in Pearson, Georgia, and it's within our driving distance.
Cool.
On July 20th. And then August 3rd, they're going to be at Waycross, again, in our driving area.
Yeah.
So, looks like both cards are being worked on. And I think it's something we should check out.
I saw him once at Mathis with you.
Okay.
I want to say they live up to their name as far as extreme.
Yeah.
They are not afraid to take some risk. So I'm excited to see them again and see whatever card they built together.
Okay, so you have seen... Okay.
Yeah, I saw them once, the only time in Mathis.
Yeah. So we should maybe put that on our calendar to go to that one?
I will knock them all out on my Google Calendar.
Awesome.
Not
I'll
a
put that
plug.
down. Sunbelt, I reached out to Brooks, still on vacation. I think I'm looking forward to seeing what he's plotting.
For sure. I mean, the fall is going to be where they come off really strong.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this whole internet champion.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited to see where they go with their stable of wrestlers, how they build and see what happens.
And I'm looking forward to hear about El Nino whining about him getting screwed on some belts.
Wrestling with a message champion.
Yeah, the Interfaith or something championship belt.
Gotcha.
Brings us to Spinebusters, which the next event we mentioned is on June 19th in the VLD at Mathis Auditorium, and that is the Temperature Rising.
Wow. This one's going to be... I saw this card over the weeks while you were gone, and it kept building.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for this one. We have some interesting matches, some that we've seen a mixture of.
Right.
I think our picks in this and why someone may be winning over the other is pretty good.
Okay.
In the first one, they got J2 Strong.
And these may not be in the order to which they happen.
For sure.
All right.
Versus Brother Azrael.
Okay, so we have J2 Strong. Isn't he going by Azrael now, not Brother Azrael?
I don't know if that was... that's a tough one, because it is on the poster.
Okay, well, I'm just going off last conversation.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Between the two, we need to keep track. We always say we're going to keep track, but I'm going to put this in there. I'm going to put this on the computer when we get done here.
All right.
Who's your pick?
I got to go with Azrael.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm going to go JT Strong.
All right. I mean, we've seen Azrael's getting better. you
Yeah.
know? J2 Strong is, obviously the favorite going in.
I'm going with the favorite on this one.
Okay.
What? And so you're going to go with the underdog.
I am.
And I'm not hating on Brother Azrael.
Hopefully he knocks out a win for him.
But I think J2 Strong has been on a bit of a down. He's not picked up some W's lately. And what we need to put a disclaimer on what we've seen.
Please understand, it's only what we've seen. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he may have won somewhere else, as you.
Yeah, because we got in that trouble with Dante Steele
And it's just stuff that we've seen.
Yeah, we can't be accountable for what we have not seen.
Not at all.
So, but he's been on a bit of a losing streak, and I think he's not that the brother Azrael's not going to give him competition.
It'll be an interesting match for sure.
All right.
Hayden Price versus Cassius Mack.
Yeah.
The good guy.
Yeah.
Man, this is a tough one. I think Hayden Price wins this fairly easily.
Looking at this, I'm a Hayden Price fan. I think he does. He mixes it up for a larger dude, for a muscly guy. He gets some high flying in there, and he also has a good ground game. And I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one.
Okay. No diss on Cassius Mack.
No, not at all. But the question is, Azrael and Mac, are they still a unit together? Do you think that would be a good tag team?
I think so. I think that, well, no, because we've seen it, and it didn't work out.
It never worked out.
It never worked out. They didn't win. What is it? I am interested in this match for the fact that what happens if Pure Goodness comes out?
I don't know.
Will Cassius Mack be able to maintain his focus?
That is a great question.
And does that get Hayden Price the win? So it's one of those.
Yes. Which brings us to the first of 2 title matches. And for the Gladiator Championship match, which Shalanda Royal and beat David Alley, because it's like the 24/7 rule, which we're very familiar with, which means you can lose that belt anywhere at any time as long as there's a ref around.
Right. Which is pretty interesting. Now more people are starting to pick that up. It's even gotten to that national stage.
Yes. WWE.
Yeah. I was like, pretty cool. Way to go.
So,
Spinebusters.
who are you going for? Who's your pick?
I'll go with Shalandra. I don't think David Ali has what it takes to get this win. We've already talked to Connor Mason.
Yeah.
I think maybe even Connor Mason has something up his sleeve.
Yeah.
It will be an interesting match.
I'm going to go with Baby Hands here.
Baby Hands, okay.
On the sheer fact of he will lie, cheat, and steal, do whatever he has to do to get that belt. And I think he was embarrassed.
Okay.
And I think he wants to prove something to Connor Mason. I think I'm interested to hear David Ali's side of this, because we know we dropped the interview with Connor to fill content while we were gone. We did have content
while we were gone,
while we were on our vacation. So we did think about that ahead of time. But I'm just going David. That's my gut. I'm feeling like it's going to be heels.
But here's my thing for you.
Yeah.
As Rookie Royale is a former ref.
Yeah.
Will she have that advantage? She knows all the loopholes. She knows the refs. Will the refs try to make sure?
Is Order 66 going to play it down the line? I think so.
We'll see what Duke does.
That's right.
Or the new person.
Yes. All right, now we're getting into a non-title match between Brandon Bullock and Hunter Mako. Do we know who Brandon Bullock is?
He's one half of the BTB.
Okay.
It's not my birthday in June, but maybe he'll be singing happy birthday. Maybe he'll be singing happy birthday to Hunter Mako as he wins this match.
I'm glad you pay more attention to the BTB. We forgot to mention them in tag. They do work well as a tag team.
They do. I will say the Magic Man and BTB.
Yes.
This one's a tough one.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I gotta go with Hunter Mako.
I'm going with that one too. I told you, I'm pretty much heels.
He does not lose.
Yeah.
So, unless the Magic Man is like right there, I don't see it working.
No. Who's going to be, like, unless they do this as like a lumberjack match.
Right.
And they get everybody out to make it fair and square. I think Hunter Mako will do, again, same mentality as David Ali. Whatever needs to be done by hook or by crook.
America's Most Hated.
That's right. You don't get to America's Most Hated by doing things the correct way.
For sure.
You do it by cheating. So we're both in agreement on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Which brings us to the Titan Championship belt match between the Heathen, who won because he won the Battle Royal. That meant he gets
that shot
against the notorious Johnny Maverick. We know how he's like what, 10 foot something. I don't know. He's like 7 foot tall.
7 foot tall, all muscle.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be the huge fight for Johnny Maverick.
I think so.
I think for the past 2 episodes I've been saying Logan Creed. I gotta stick with Logan Creed on this one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I gotta stick with it. We will have a new Titan champion by the end of next week.
I'm gonna go with you on that one. My gut says, that's what my gut, when I was looking over these this morning, that's what my gut said.
Okay. I mean, that's no diss on Johnny Maverick. He's been a good champ.
Also, we need to add here, and this may add to your thing on why the Rookie Royale will hold her belt, is Hansen has a bone to pick with David Ali. Because the way he disrespected the American flag.
That's not a very...
So he may be in her corner and may prevent any type of shenanigans, some tomfoolery, some hoo-ha with it. But it's still... I think David Ellie's got a little bit more experience. And I think that's a future beef that I'm looking forward to see how that grows and what happens.
For sure, because Hold My Beer Hansen said no matter what, he's still going after David Ali. So
that, and apparently Preston Paradise and the America's Most Hated plan to stake the show on whatever that involves or is going to happen.
Interested to see what that means.
That'll give us plenty. I think this is going to give us plenty to talk about next show.
For sure.
And if you're interested in going to the show, you can still pre-sale tickets for $5. You can contact them on the Facebook. Just look for Spinebusters or contact them at 229-300-5729. Again, that's 229-300-5729. Should we put that in the show notes also?
Sure, yeah.
And they can also do the Cash App at $Spinebusters to reserve their seats.
Got it.
So that will save you $5. And someone who's price conscious, it's a good deal. Yeah. I know that's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Anything else about the Spinebusters?
Oh, I think I've mentioned it a few times, that whole tag team belt.
Yeah.
And how they're going to get announced that. Well, they've announced it.
So there's going to be a tag team match on that?
Probably not on this one, but maybe coming soon.
Okay.
But that's something to look forward to. See who would get it.
I'm liking seeing this tag teams are on the rise again.
Right.
So, SWA. We both did not go to the Brawl County Brawl because I was in a whole other country.
And I was in a whole other county.
But we do have a report of what went on, and we'll just kind of briefly go over it because really we want to preview what's going down for Vindicated, which is happening, June 15th. So quickly, the results from the May 25th Brawl County Brawl I wanted to go to, but could not. It's hard to be in two places at the same time.
For sure.
So we had the Soviet Assassin versus the Outlaw, and the Soviet Assassin wins that via chokeslam.
Nice.
That's his move. Zebra Kid, so we saw him at the last show in Pavo.
Okay.
Versus Maddie Steampunk. I don't want I messed that up. Steampunk Sweet. Zebra Kid wins via pinfall on his debut. We've seen Zebra Kid.
I'd have to see his face, but probably, maybe, somewhere.
Yeah. I swear to God, we saw him in the last Pavo.
We're not clout chasing.
No, we're not clout chasing. And then they had the AIWF Southern Junior Heavyweight Championship. The Anointed won Logan Stevens versus the Street Bandit. After a close match, Logan Stevens pulls a win against the Street Bandit, which we both agree we want to see more Street Bandit.
For sure. Please come back to Pavo.
Pavo, I think a thing between him and the Soviet assassin because he totally mocked the Soviet assassin
Yeah.
the whole time.
Quick thing for you, real quick.
Yes.
Street Bandit Dark Rage versus Preston Veston in the Soviet Assassin.
I could be for that because the Soviet assassin has been
Helping out
with that quite a bit. ASWA Tag Team Championship. Nightmare Syndicate versus the Renegades. And apparently one half of the Nightmare Syndicate was not there for whatever reasons. He did it. It was really almost a handicap match at this point between the Renegades after what can be described as a one-sided beating. Waylon so we got Scarface. Let me start this over again. After what can only be described as a one-sided beating, the 6'8" monster known as Scarface, Waylon Barley, had seen enough and made his way to lend a hand to the exhausted Aiden Knight. That's an interesting combination.
Yeah.
When with the sudden change in odds in favor, looks like the Biscuit conspiracy has been solved. Dax is back. And Dax and Maverick of the Renegades were still able to stop the ebb of the floor in their favor and pull off a win and retain the championship belt. So we're going to see them, again, another title.
Defense against Task Force. Right?
That we will find out. That brings us to the championship belt. James Morrison of the Punkadelics versus the king of the lightweights, Chris Spider.
King of the lightweights. That's an interesting one.
That could be interpreted in a lot of ways. So
I was very surprised when I saw this on our notes.
the Spider was going for the heavyweight championship,
and that would be the first defense.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
So let me just say, King of the Lightweights, Chris Spider, made it clear he wanted a fair shot at the SWA championship, and he wanted to be the first one to get his shot, though he was the first one to be thrown out during the
Elimination, yeah.
the elimination thing. So I guess he wants to be first at everything with that. Stating he would be a fighting champion and he would not be able to stay away from any challenges. Morris accepted with a smile. Given all that could be done, Spider, man. Morrison. Oh, you could probably close your eyes and not watch the match and guess. Morrison retains the championship for his first title defense right there, and he tries.
He tries. I mean, Chris Spider, what he needs is that cruiserweight.
Like they need like a lightweight. Because he's not even cruiserweight. Because like wasn't Dark Rage was the cruiserweight for a while.
Yeah.
And then it got taken away for whatever reasons, I forget.
The fireball tip.
Yeah. Okay. And so there's been a lot in my brain. There's been a lot of Irish history in this brain, and a lot of Irish whiskey too. So, which brings us to the last man standing, the Georgia Street fight. Preston Veston versus Hoodstar Dark Rage. With this one, and it was like all over the building, up and down the bleachers, side to side, wall to wall. I think all the matches on the card, this would have been the one
that I'd want to see. Yeah.
Because this has been building up for a while, and I think they've had heat for a long time. If you look at some of the SWA videos on here. So Preston Veston, accompanied by none other than the Mayor of Wrestling himself, which is his title.
Mayor of Wrestling.
In a match that was back and forth from beginning to end. Shady business was still to be had about by Dandy Jack, or Kangaroo, as we thought that was his name for the longest time.
What is Dandy Jack?
So there was some shenanigans, but the mayor was quick to even the odds with Dandy Jack. I think if you're going to have a valet or a manager type person, I think these two guys together, that again, worth the price of admission right there.
For sure.
So the Soviet assassin came in to help even the odds, which he's come in and helped out Preston Veston in a couple matches and Pavo. So it broke into chaos. Dark Rage squeaked by with the last second victory by beating the standing 10 count at the last second to become the last man standing.
Wow.
So that was the Brawl County Brawl. that occurred. It sounds like we missed a good one.
Hopefully there's video.
Yeah, we'll be able to search it out. But we do have this to look forward to. Vindicated, June 15th in Pavo, Georgia.
I got you, Dave. Here we go.
All right.
You've just said a lot. The Southern Wrestling Association, they're proud to bring it to you, Vindicated. It's the AIWF National Championship. This one's something that we've been looking forward to since the month before May, so April.
Yeah.
Vince Lewis, one half of the Punkadelics, versus the Barefoot Badass Matt Gilbert.
You almost said bandit.
Yeah, man, I'm messing up in life. It's tentative. This one's tentative upon his medical release, but I really hope this one happens because I'm excited to see this one. In this one, I think I'd have to go with Vince Lewis for the return. What about you?
I'm going to go Vince Lewis as well.
Cool.
I'm going to write that down.
Here's a good one. Hopefully I say this right.
Yeah.
SWA Women's Championship. This one's for the belt.
Yes.
Madame of Mischief, Roxy Rouge.
As in Mulan.
Rouge.
As in Mulan.
Versus the Slayer,
Lena.
I gotta go with the champ on this one.
You're going with the champ?
Yeah.
Okay. I noticed something, and we talked about this the last time these two had a match. I think it was a DQ, I believe.
I think Dark Rage was there.
I think something happened and there was a disqualification, so Lena held on to the title. But I noticed Roxy, it was a fan favorite.
For sure.
Fan favorite there in the Pavo. The people, she is the people's champion. Was going a little bit, turning a little bit aggro on this one. So it was interesting to see what was the character. But I'm going to go with Roxy on this.
Interesting.
With the way that was turning. So we'll see what happens.
It'll be a good one.
Yes.
Here's one that you've seen that I haven't seen that should be good. It's the SW Tag Team Championship,
Yes.
Task Force versus the Renegades.
Okay.
Right now, I've seen the Task Force twice,
Yes.
which is pretty cool. And I think they're a great team. But if Dax is back and he's had that break, I gotta go with the Renegades on this one. I don't see them losing.
You think Biscuit conspiracy is over?
It is. I definitely want to figure out the thing behind the conspiracy of the Biscuits.
Where the Biscuit conspiracy with Dax
Yeah.
and the Renegades. You're saying Task Force?
Nah, I'm going with the Renegades.
You're going with the Renegades?
Yeah. Who do you got?
On this one, knowing, and I don't think you were at that man, the first initial get together between the Renegades and Task Force. Task Force was screwed out of the title.
Oh.
I think there were some shenanigans going on because Dandy Jack and his hoo-ha. But I'm feeling, because, man, wouldn't Nightmares, okay, so they both got, Nightmare Syndicate had their shot at the Brawl County Brawl.
For sure.
Because the last time those two drew on who gets to be the number one contender for the belt.
Yes.
Okay. The Renegades held up against them. Task Force. I think I'm going Task Force.
Okay.
My gut is saying there's no logic behind it other than I think those are the Cots that get the belt. Because I think maybe the Renegades are going to rest on their laurels.
We'll see. That one's going to be a really interesting one to see.
Okay.
Also appearing at Vindicated 2019, the scoundrel Rod Grimes.
Yeah.
We'll see what he's there for. Maybe he's going to issue a challenge.
Yeah.
The Soviet Assassin with the Mayor of Wrestling.
Yes.
Hoodstar Dark Rage. Ooh, this one's a tough one. Scyther?
Yeah, I don't know who Scyther is.
Me either, but I really hope I said your name correctly.
Correct us if we're wrong. We will own it.
Yes. Scarface, Waylon Barley, and more.
Will we see Mozzie?
Hopefully so. I want to see Waylon Barley versus Ox versus Mozzie.
Are we going to see Ox?
Hopefully so. I followed him on Twitter.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What makes him interesting?
He knows his wrestling. He definitely knows his wrestling. He shows his previews from his other matches. He talks about different things as far as what makes wrestling happen.
Okay.
Very talkative to the fans.
Oh, yeah.
And responds really well. So
You think that's one of the reasons why he gets over so well?
he responds well to the fans. Follow your wrestlers on social media.
Yes.
You learn so much.
Yes. Anything else you want to add to this?
No, we're just gonna plug them all in. What is it? Vindicated 2019. You can stay up to date with more information as it comes out by following SWA on Facebook at SWA Southeastern Wrestling, or on Instagram at Southeastern Wrestling, or on Twitter at SWA Southeastern. It's pretty cool. Admissions for Vindicated 2019 will be $8. Kids 6 and under are free with a paid adult.
Doors open at 6:30, and we all know we'll find bell time is supposed to be 7 o'clock, and there'll be Superfan will let them know if they're
It's
not.
time.
It's time. Let's go.
Beefing. There's a lot of beef out there in the world, so let's see.
Well, El Nino that storm has settled down.
We did well. We handled our first beef,
Yeah,
and we don't have to worry about that coming back.
100%. 100%. We've never seen any of those lawyer threats whatsoever.
Right. I think
Go ahead.
I think now we're more just advocates. You know, we're just pushing out the information and we're giving our
Yeah.
different takes on things. The beef has died down.
I was on the phone with our lawyer getting ready to write a response, so never had to follow up on that.
Do we still have to pay the lawyer by hour?
No.
All right, cool.
Yeah, this is a good friend of mine. So Brian J. Foley is part of the Professors of Royal League. He's the Professors of Wrestling lawyer
All right.
on call. All right. No nacho reviews, but I had this thing called taco fries. First night there, we get there and I'm like, I don't want to even like go and venture into town. And like there was a place right across from where we're staying called Brennan's. Great fish and chips. Okay, hamburgers. But this called my name. Taco fries. World famous taco fries, apparently.
World famous. Wow.
World famous taco fries. I tried it. I don't ever have to try it again. And this is my beef against any times I've had either Asian, like Chinese food, anything like that, and we tried a ramen place where they're, same issue, too sweet. Like, not like too sweet as in wrestling, but like too much sugar or whatever they add to it. I like a little bit of spice,
Right.
a little heat, but it was super, it was this really sweet. Like the cheese sauce had like, people who put like cinnamon in like their coleslaw.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
No.
Like, I don't like that either. So, it has that sweet taste to it.
That's wow.
So, and it was just like and that was the same thing with the ramen. I had too much sugar, not enough heat, and I go, this is hot. Like, apparently that's Irish hot,
Oh.
European hot, not American hot. So, their fries, or as they say over there, their chips are great. I would recommend not getting the taco fries.
Now I know for whenever I go to Ireland, Irish taco fries are off the list.
All right, that is our food review.
I'm Dorrian. You can follow me on Twitter at D2Baber.
Dave, I'm on Twitter. I changed it
Oh, okay. Whoa.
to be along with the Instagram and be a little bit more adult to just a professor.
Okay. Now I know. Dave changed his Twitter.
Yeah, I did that right before I left.
Gotcha. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you at one of these wrestling events.
I hope so.